Hey guys, welcome. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. Gonna share this really quick here. All right, thank you for joining me for today's Zero Waste Hacks and Facts. So today's topic is something, hey Marty. So today's topic is something very close to my heart. I posted about this last week and got a really good response from you guys. You guys seemed really interested in it, and I'm referring to the post, if you saw, about shampoo and conditioner. It was about Johnson & Johnson. So today's topic is going to be, I'm calling it the truth about your bottled shampoo and your bottled conditioner. Hi. So let's discuss this. So this topic has been in She's saying hi, Asha's saying hey. So this topic has been in the media recently, and it's definitely got the attention of a lot of different consumers. Now these big companies are being, they're being sued. They're being called out and they're being sued for the different types of chemicals that they're putting in our bottled shampoo, bottled conditioner. So today is not only about talking about the environmental impact of, the shampoo that's actually in the plastic bottles. It's actually about the ingredients. And we really feel at Bare Outlines, me and Jess are all about, clean products that are safe for not only us, but for our families. That's really close to our heart. So today we're gonna just dive into this topic. So I had mentioned that Johnson & Johnson was being sued for a particular ingredient that they were using. And there was also another company, Tresemme, who is also being sued for this exact chemical. It's actually called DMDM hydantoin. And this chemical is a base component in formaldehyde. And it was in their OGX shampoo line. It was also in Tresemme's, which one was it? Let me see here. I have it for the Tresemme. So it was also, this chemical was also present in Tresemme's keratin shampoo. And so this chemical is actually a preservative. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about preservatives later on here. But this chemical is a preservative, and it's actually known to leach formaldehyde whenever it comes in contact with water. So obviously it's coming in contact with water, which means it's coming in contact when you're washing your hair. It's terrifying. And I was really shook when I heard this, because I actually used the OGX brand of shampoo before we started making our own shampoo. I used the coconut oil one, thinking that it was pure and clean, and guess what? It was not. So that was very shocking to me, and apparently a lot of you felt shocked by it as well. So we're gonna come back to the chemicals and things like that you can find in your shampoo and conditioner. But first I want to talk about the environmental impact of these shampoos and conditioners. Now when you go to the store, you'll see an aisle full of plastic bottles, plastic shampoo, plastic conditioner bottles. Each year, 552 million bottles of shampoo end up in landfills in the United States, only in the United States. Like, this is not the whole world. This is a statistic for the US. So which is enough. So to put this into perspective, what does 552 million products look like? It looks like 1,164 football pitches. That's what it looks like. It's a lot. So you really have to think about it. And the US market alone for these shampoo and conditioners is a $90 billion industry. I mean, they're making money off of us. And you think that they would really be mindful of the ingredients that they're putting in whenever this industry is worth that much money. So environmentally, this product is definitely not something that is good for the environment at all, considering the amount of waste. So that's the environmental impact. Now let's go to what's inside of the bottle, because I feel like that's definitely important too, because we're putting it on our skin, we're putting it in our hair, it's being absorbed through our scalp, so it's definitely important, and there's definitely an impact on us. So hair care products like shampoos are engineered to lather, and lathering isn't really the most natural kind of, it's not really found in nature often. So in order for us to get that lather like you would get in a shampoo, a lot of times companies are using certain chemicals to get this reaction. And this reaction leaves your hair feeling clean, which a lot of people, you know, when you use your shampoo, you're using it to clean your hair, but it also strips the oils from your hair, and a lot more so than, you know, a natural type of shampoo. It's gonna totally strip your hair, and then you're using the conditioner to kind of seal it in and lock in that moisture and coat your hair with that kind of residue from the conditioner. But yes, so shampoos actually are stripping your hair of its natural oils, and we have these oils in our hair for a reason. Now, I'm not saying and walk around with greasy hair and like have it looking a hot mess. I'm definitely not saying that. But you just want to be mindful of these types of shampoos that are stripping your hair of the natural oils that are in it. Now let's go to shampoos. Let's talk a little bit more about shampoos here. So let's go down. So one ingredient that you can find in shampoos are surfactants. Now surfactants are some ingredients that are surfactants are sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium laureth sulfate. And I'm sure you guys have seen those on different labels of your shampoo conditioners. They're definitely found in those products. Now these surfactants are used to produce suds, and they're used to lather. Some of these surfactants are toxic to humans, but some of them are not. Some of them are they can be irritating to your skin, but they're also in large quantities. They're really not good for the ecosystem as a whole. Now, when you're washing your hair and you're shampooing your hair, it's going down a drain, and that is getting into the water supply. So it's definitely not great for the ecosystem. Some of them may be okay for your hair and your skin, but the ecosystem, that does matter too, and that's an environmental issue. So those are surfactants. Another ingredient that you can find preservatives, and these are the preservatives are what Johnson & Johnson and Tresemme are being flagged for. The DMDM hydantoin. That's what was being found in these shampoos. And so you can also find parabens in shampoos, and I'm sure you guys have heard that word before. It was definitely being flagged around a lot within the past year or so, parabens. But parabens have been classified as endocrine disruptors. Now, endocrine disruptors, they disrupt your endocrine system, and your endocrine system is a system in your body that releases your hormones, and they help to regulate your hormones. And so whenever that disruption occurs, these chemicals can actually mimic your natural hormone response, and they can like fool your body into either over responding, under responding, and even responding at inappropriate times. So you definitely want to be careful and making sure that you're avoiding any kind of shampoo conditioners that have any types of parabens in them. There's so many different types of preservatives, so definitely look on the back of the labels of your shampoo conditioner and look up each one. I mean, it definitely takes time, but we as consumers really have to be careful, and we really have to do research for ourselves. And I really just don't suggest trusting any of these big companies to, be considering your health at that point. But definitely research different types of parabens and how they do affect your body. I really think that knowledge is power, and the more you do research on these different types of chemicals, the more you can not only protect yourself, but you can protect your family. Parabens have also been linked to breast cancer. They've also been known to release formaldehyde, which is a carcinogen, and it's just really not good for humans. It can be very, very toxic. Now, another thing I would like to talk about that you can find in a lot of shampoos is fragrance, and you will see that listed on so many products. You'll see it just like on the bottom, fragrance, or it'll say like natural fragrance or whatever. I don't buy anything that says fragrance, because to me that's like a smorgasbord of chemicals that I don't even know what they're doing. So fragrance is actually an umbrella term, and there's just like, it could be a blend of hundreds of different ingredients can make up one fragrance. And a lot of times they're synthetic fragrances and they're toxic, and they can just be really bad for your health. And so definitely, everybody make a decision for yourself, but definitely do research and definitely look up what fragrance means and different types of, chemicals that can actually, be called a fragrance. So with conditioners, we have the same pitfall like with shampoos, and even them being in plastic is an issue. But there's also different ingredients in the conditioners that can also strip your hair as well. And there can be emulsifiers found in there. They're called siloxanes, but they're really not good for the environment. They really don't break down. And so you definitely want to be careful whenever you're using these kinds of conditioners. They can definitely be harmful too. So I didn't mean to pummel you with all this information about shampoo and conditioner, but I really think that we need to really learn about what we are using and maybe shift into a more, non-toxic and a more environmentally friendly shampoo hair care routine. And it's definitely possible. So let's move into what we can do about this. Like, how can we be proactive, and how can we, protect ourselves, our families, and the environment? Well, you can do this by seeking out a company that has, is very ethical and has the environment in mind, is plastic free, because that's definitely important. A lot of shampoo bars are coming on the market now, and a lot of people are really getting into the shampoo bars, and that's super exciting. Lots of people love, this new switch. It involves no plastic. You can just kind of rub it on your hair, and it'll just like safely go down the drain. You don't have to worry about any harmful chemicals in there. So, but still check the ingredients and do your research, because you always want to know for yourself what's in the products that you're buying. Look for compostable packaging, compostable labels, consider the ingredients, and yes, try and avoid fragrance, any kind of like bright colors. Sometimes look at if it's a natural color, a natural dye, that's okay, but like definitely if you see it being like a bright color, like bright pink, or like see what that color is, see what is creating that color, and kind of go from there. But definitely try to be mindful and, do your research. I really feel like that's something that we can all do to take a little bit more control over what we're putting on and in our bodies and our families' bodies. It's definitely important. I really hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. I was really excited to kind of talk about these kind of things and kind of lay them out. You guys seemed very interested after we posted that little video about Johnson & Johnson and Tresemme. It's pretty shocking. I mean, these companies are being sued, and people are kind of tired of being lied to, and they're being secrets into what they're using every day. That stuff definitely affects you. So thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So next week, if you tune in every Thursday, next Thursday is actually going to be our product feature. And so we're going to feature a product from our line. So if you're interested in tuning in next week, we'll be here at 6 p.m. I'll see you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.